Hello everybody and welcome. If you've already subscribed to me or if you've seen my other vlog, welcome back. I'm going to do this thing called the DCP TAG where I basically talk about myself a little bit and about my program, and this will kind of be used in lieu of an About Me video, because honestly, if you really want to know what my favorite Disney princess is, you can just ask me in the comments below and I will reply as soon as possible. No one's really tagged me in the DCP tag, but I'm pretty new to YouTube and I don't really know that many people, so I just decided to do it myself. So let's get started.
Tell everybody I'm on my way.
Question number 1. How and when did you hear about the program? I actually heard about the DCP from one of my best friends from high school, Tiffany. She did the spring 2015 program in costuming, and I had no idea this existed before she started posting her photos and her acceptance announcement on Facebook, and it completely blew my mind that there could be an internship where you can work for Disney and live at Disney World. Like, I thought that was so cool! And I high-key stalked all of her social media during that program, sorry Tiffany, and I was kind of living vicariously through her, and after a while I kind of decided that I wanted to try it out for myself and apply. So my dream sort of started with her dream, and I'm really thankful that she was able to do that so I could be introduced to the program. Number 2, why do you want to do the program? I want to do the Disney College program for 2 reasons. Number 1, I had to work through college, so I didn't have the opportunity to take unpaid internships or take big internships out of town. So I think that having the Disney College program on my resume will be invaluable to future job interviews and things like that, because Disney is a Fortune 500 company, and if I remember correctly, they're placed pretty highly up there, and plus just having on your resume that you worked for such a prestigious company will definitely help me down the line. Even if I might not work directly in the hospitality industry, I might write about it as a journalism, I guess, grad, soon to be grad. And honestly, I think it will kind of make up for all the summers and school years that I spent working my butt off to make sure that all the bills are paid, so that I can have a leg up too when I start applying for, I guess, big kid jobs after Disney and in the far future. The second reason why I want to do the Disney College program is because I kind of want to give back all the magic that I experienced myself as a guest of the Walt Disney Resort. My family has gone to Disney 3 times in my life. They went the first time when I was in elementary school, then we went when I was a sophomore in high school, and then we went when I was a junior in college, which was Christmas 2015. And the first 2 times, I absolutely loved it. I was so immersed in the magic. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. But then come Christmas 2015, when I was pretty far into my hospitality minor, I started to realize the intricacies and how hard Disney cast members work to make that magic for everybody, because obviously it's not easy to keep up the standard that Disney has, because Disney cast members work super duper hard to make sure that the magic is alive every single day for guests, no matter if they're staying for 1 day or if they're staying for 6 days. They always try to make sure that you have a fantastic time, and I really wanted to be a part of that. After my last trip, I realized how happy these people were to work there and how much magic they were making every single day, and I definitely wanted to be a part of that, and I'm so excited to be a part of that come fall of 2017. Almost in 2016. Number 3, how was your interview and acceptance process? How long was it? Like I said in my previous video, my acceptance process was pretty quick compared to everybody else's. I was in the 3rd wave of acceptances. I got accepted at around 11:30 on Valentine's Day, so I applied the day the apps dropped. I did my WBI that night because I got put immediately into progress, and I did my phone interview on January 28th. So I really can't complain of how quick my acceptance process was, but needless to say, I was pretty stressed out about it like everybody else who wasn't in the first couple waves, because I mean, obviously that excitement started and you weren't in it, but like I said, I was in the 3rd wave and that was pretty exciting. Question number 4. When and where were you when you found out that you were accepted? So I was actually in the newsroom at my school when I got accepted. I just finished doing a national park story with one of my partners, and we were heading back into the classroom to write our story finally. And I was just playing with my phone, and I set my email notifications to have a little pop notification come up on the lock screen whenever an email from Disney Recruiting came up. And as I was almost to my desk, the congratulations email popped up and I thought I was going to scream. It took all of my power to not jump around, scream, cry, and create a huge scene, and I was so excited that I actually had a really cool job after graduation, because not everyone can say that they're going to Disney after they graduate. So once I got accepted, I was super duper excited. It was so hard to focus, so I really pushed myself to make deadline at 4 o'clock that day, and I did. And I guess my success was in part to the DCP Feels playlist on Spotify that I follow. I think it's still up there. It was pretty cool, and it helped kind of calm my Disney excitement and get me focused so I can get my work done but still celebrate that I got accepted. Number 5. What is your role and what were your preferred roles? Where do you want to work? I got accepted for the role of a seater, and I was super excited because it was actually one of my top 3 roles. My other 2 were convention guide and oh my gosh, front desk. Yes, my other role that I wanted was front desk. I would definitely want to work at the Animal Kingdom Lodge or in the Animal Kingdom Park. I don't know why, I just really love the aesthetic and the feel and environment of the Animal Kingdom Lodge and Animal Kingdom, so I'd be totally happy working at any of those places. But in my phone interview with Emily, I actually talked to her a little bit about my experience in food and beverage inside of hotels, and she asked that was my cat, I'm so sorry. And she asked if I stayed in any of the Disney resorts, and I told her that I stayed in Animal Kingdom Lodge, and I kind of gushed about how much I love Boma. You know the place with little zebra cakes? Yes, that place. I love Boma. It is so good. Everyone should go. So fingers crossed that I get placed inside of the Animal Kingdom Lodge, either with Boma or Jico or any of those other cool places, because I just love the environment of those places, and I would be so excited to go to work every single day if I could work in Animal Kingdom or in Animal Kingdom Lodge. Number 6. When do you arrive and where do you want to live? I moved down to Disney in early August, and the 2 apartment complexes that I'm really looking forward to possibly getting are Chatham and Patterson. I'm looking at Chatham because I really like the floor plans of it, I like how pretty it is around there, I like the grounds, and I also like how a lot of the housing events are at Chatham, so I don't have to walk across the street or maybe drive to that location to kind of celebrate the little parties that they have throughout the program. And I'm looking at Patterson because it's one of the newest complexes. It's super pretty, even though it might be a little bit on the quiet side. But their pool's really pretty, I like their clubhouse, and plus they have a balcony, and I love balconies. I'd consider living at the Commons, but I don't really consider having a washer and dryer worth it for the slightly higher rent. I'd rather save a little bit more money and live at Chatham or Patterson to kind of still get the, I guess, niceness of the apartment complexes, but not have the extra, I think, $3 to $5 per, I guess, period of rent that I'd have to pay in the Commons, so I don't know. Number 7. How did you go about finding roommates? I found my roommates by sheer luck on the Facebook pages. I did what everyone else was doing and filled out that super duper long roommate survey, which probably wasn't really the most productive thing that I could have done, but I filled it out, posted it to all the Facebook pages I was a part of, and hoped for the best. I ended up talking with a few girls, and I really clicked with some of them, and they added me to a group chat, and now I think we have pretty much everyone to fill up a 6-person apartment, so I'm really excited to get to know these ladies better, and I know a couple of them are gonna vlog. I don't know if they've opened their YouTube channels yet, but I will definitely plug them in the future when they have them up. And I don't know, I'm just super excited to be living with all these cool people who love Disney just as much as me. The only thing I don't want, and they don't want either, is triple occupancy, because I've had bad times with bunk beds, and I've hit my head on the ceiling too many times during my freshman year of college to want to do another stint with a bunk bed, because that was not fun. Question number 8. What is the number 1 thing that you want to accomplish on your program? Honestly, the number 1 thing I want to accomplish on my program probably isn't the most exciting, but I want to be able to budget really well on this program and be able to handle paying off my student loans, because it will be 6 months after my graduation to start paying all of those back. And I want to make sure that even though I am paying those bills back, I will be having enough money to live comfortably and to have fun at the parks, because nothing is worse than going to the parks and finding something you absolutely love but not having any money to pay for it. I have the mantra of work hard and play hard, so I will definitely be trying to pick up a lot of extra shifts to make sure I have all that extra money and to hopefully maybe put some things into savings. And granted, I don't really buy that much for myself anymore. I don't really go for souvenirs, but I know at least with Disney I'm gonna find a lot of things that I love, and I'm really good at controlling my spending, so I'm really hoping that I can be like the budget queen over fall 2017 to make sure that I can keep all my finances straight and also have a lot of fun. I guess in terms of a DCP bucket list, one of my top things would be to stay at a Disney resort at least twice, because you get so many cool perks as a resort guest, such as those cool little cups, but I don't know if I'd be able to get that for how short I'd be staying there. But at least with the Animal Kingdom Lodge, I could do the Starlight Safari, which would be super duper cool, and that's definitely another thing that's probably going to be on my bucket list. So even if I don't get placed there for my job, I definitely will be spending a lot of time in the Animal Kingdom and the resorts associated with it. Question number 9. What are you going to miss about home, and what aren't you going to miss? What is probably going to be the most challenging part of my DCP is being away from my pets. I spend every waking moment with my pets, and they are my little babies. Gigi is about 4 years old, she's a calico, and she's my little chubber bubber. This is Gigi, she's my sweet kitty, and I love her very much. Say hello! Never mind. This is Gigi, she's my sweet kitty, and I love her very much. Say hello, Gigi! Okay, sorry. Gigi. And Fizzgig is my ferret, and I've had him for almost 6 years now, and he's gonna turn 6 in April. So that's gonna be pretty cool, and if you watch my previous vlog, you met Fizzgig in that one because he crawled up to me while I was doing my vlog. And it's going to be really hard for me because I can't even get through vacations without missing my pets really badly. So honestly, it's kind of sad to talk about already because, again, like, I've never been away from my pets for more than a week or two, and it just makes me sad just talking about it. I just know already that I'm going to be Skyping and FaceTiming a lot with my parents because they will be taking care of both of them while I'm gone, and I know I'm going to get through it, but it's going to take some effort on my part to not be sad that I'm not waking up to my cute little fur babies every single day. But what I'm not gonna miss is school. I graduate in May and I'm so ready to go. These 4 years have had their ups and they've had their downs, and I'm really excited to kind of get out into the real world and start paying the bills and working towards paying the bills without worrying about having to go to school every day. But I literally have a countdown on my phone until graduation. I have a countdown on my planner of how many school days are left until graduation, so needless to say, I am ready to be out the door with my diploma. And lastly, question number 10, what do you want to take away from the program? I want to take away 2 big things from my program. First of all, I want to take away the amazing experience of working for Disney. Disney is the most magical company on earth, and having the opportunity to work for them is priceless. And I'm so excited to have that on my resume and to learn the Disney way, you know, like learning how to make magic for people, because not everyone gets to go to Disney for that long, if at all, and I want to make sure that every single guest that I come in contact with has the most magical day possible, because especially as a seater, I'll be meeting families who are probably a little bit hungry, maybe a little bit tired from the day, and hopefully I will help make their experience in the lobby a lot of fun, maybe play some games, talk with them, depending on what position I have as a seater that day, and hopefully I can really make some magic and learn how to, I guess, make guests happy even when they're a little bit tired and worn out from the day, or maybe if they didn't have the greatest day in the world. And the second thing I want to take away from my DCP is just crazy memories of cool Disney adventures that I'm never going to forget. Because like I said in my previous question, I want to do the Starlight Safari, because that's super cool. Like, who doesn't want to go see the animals at night? And I also want to do this thing called the Wild Africa Trek, which is basically another angle of Kilimanjaro Safari, where you kind of go on little rope bridge thingies and, you know, see the animals that way, which would be super duper cool. And I guess I just want to do all these other cool little like side activities that my family wasn't able to do when we went to the parks, and to kind of check off all those little Disney bucket list things that I've always wanted to do but never really had the time or the money to do. So I'm super excited to see what opportunities are in store for me and what kind of cool stuff I'm going to do while I'm down in Florida for that time. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any further questions about me and my program, feel free to say that in the comments and I'll answer as soon as possible, or maybe in another video. It depends on how many I get. And feel free to follow me on any of my social media. It will be posted in the description below, and I hope all of you have a magical day. Bye!